One of the most important and exciting things that you can do for your home is your front yard landscaping. In this video, I want to come up with 3 different things that are going to help you with your landscaping project. First thing we're going to talk about is entranceways. Second, we're going to talk about low maintenance plantings. And third, I want to talk about those tricky elevations, those little areas where you're not quite sure if you need a retaining wall or don't. What do you do? Let's go. What is going on? My name is Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and general contractor. But before I was a general contractor, I was an installer. I was in the field well over 10 years, got over 16 years of experience. I probably installed well over 1,000 projects myself, let alone done thousands and thousands of designs. With that comes a lot of experience that I want to share with you so that when you get into your landscaping project, you don't make mistakes and you don't waste a bunch of money. 2 things at the forefront of every single landscaping project. Design matters. Get a design before you start and make sure that the design conveys value to the architecture, to the style, to your home. Don't put something in that is well out of budget, doesn't make any sense for your home, your neighborhood, that kind of thing. So the other thing I want to talk about is 3 different designs that we're going to get into here. Maybe one of them is the perfect template for you. We're going to go to 3 different parts of the country. We're going to address those different points that we just talked about: entranceways, elevations, low maintenance plantings, and we're going to make life a lot easier for you so that when it's time for that shovel to hit the ground, you are ready to go. First, let's go to Bel Air, Maryland. All right, I love this design because it's pretty universal. We've got a very nice split level house, which is the second most popular house in America behind a ranch style. So this is going to appeal to a lot of people. Maybe you are one of them in the country and other parts of the world. But what is going on is very simple. You've had a homeowner who's probably been there for a while and things have gotten overgrown, and it looks like they lived there so long that they put in a ramp to, obviously, for wheelchair access to get to the front door. Now, a new homeowner has moved in. They don't need that anymore. It's kind of unsightly, doesn't look good. So we want to take that out and create that nice entranceway, which entranceway is the first thing I want to talk about, up to the front door. This is where you are going to form up, pour a nice stoop with some nice stairs. They could be widened stairs, they could be deep stairs. This is where you can get a little custom to a walkway that goes over to a new driveway. Get all the old concrete out, put in something nice and neat that is going to have this cohesive feel. And one thing I love to do with entranceways is put a nice railing when you have the stairs. You can put a little bit of money into that. It's gonna make a huge difference for the curb appeal and to flare out the walkway when it goes over to a driveway or even up to the stoop. Make it nice and wide. The days of 3 foot, 36 inch, 32 inch even walkways are over. You don't have to do that. You can make that thing 4, 5, even 6 feet wide if you wanted. I mean, wherever you want to go. And it's just going to look that much more grand. It's not going to cost that much more money. So the first thing is the entranceway. The second thing is we have a lot of hardscaping now. Got a lot of concrete work. Let's soften that up. I never want to see trash cans, so I want to put in a little bit of a privacy screen on the side over here. Nice easy access. You can put a latch on there, open it up to get the trash cans out, take them down the driveway, boom, you are done, and put a number on there. Now you got a cool place for the address, everybody can see. That looks good. And then another way to soften everything is let's create some big, sweeping, beautiful beds that can go down the driveway, click over to the sidewalk, and then throw some plants in here. Let's get some low maintenance, beautiful landscaping in. Got some soft touch hollies, we got some azaleas, got some boulders for interest, and then some cool pops of color with some tulips, basket weave or baskets of gold down there. Basket weave's a paver pattern, you don't need that. And then some red twig dogwoods. All in, this is not that expensive of an install because it's just a lot of flat work that needs to get done. It is the time. And then you got some easy low maintenance landscape beds to put in. If you're a DIYer, you could do these beds and have a professional company come in and do all the hardscaping and save yourself a little bit of money. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the next place we're going to is in St. Louis, Missouri. And by the way, I want to put out just a thank you to everybody. We have a new all-time high for subscribers on this channel. It means the world to me and my family. It's an amazing journey that this 6 years has gotten to this point. If you haven't been here before and you like what you hear, consider subscribing, smash the like. That is all I ever ask in these videos. Let's get into it. We got some low maintenance plantings. That's what I want us to focus on here. So this home we do a lot of these installs for my company, and what they really are is I just want it to look nice because I'm about to sell the thing. That's exactly what we were approached with here. So all we did was create some nice soft beds as the first thing, put a little ring around the tree, put a little area for the mailbox, and then softened everything else, just got it cleaned up. First step. Second thing is, we just went with hollies. There's lots of different varieties of hollies, and hollies can look good pretty much all year, which is going to look good, say, we're in the fall right now and those winter pictures are coming in. Maybe we want something to look good before everything goes dormant. Hollies are gonna be there for you. We've got a pyramid holly in between those two anchor winterberry hollies, which basically when I mean anchor is anchoring on the sides of the windows. So you got winterberry holly, the pyramid holly in the middle. I got some evergreens on the other side, which are soft touch holly. I'm getting confused by hollies here. And then we want to add a little bit of color. So we put some endless summer hydrangeas in between those winterberry hollies. And then up in the front, we just wanted to add a little bit of color. It's something seasonal, something that you get hit with right as you come up the driveway from the street. Got some coneflowers, got some blue fescue grasses, and call it a day. This is a very low maintenance, cost-effective design. We also got some nandina there. By the way, when everything goes like dormant and you got green, the nandina turn red. So if you have snow on the ground, you got green, red, and white, which is pretty cool. Let's go to the third one. So now we are in Imperial, Missouri, which is a little bit outside of St. Louis, not too far, honestly. And what I want to talk about here is elevations, because they can get a little tricky. This is a new build, and when you have a new build, a lot of the times you have a lot of foundation showing. There's like that sloped off side on the side of the house. It's like, what do you do with it if I don't want to put this huge, massive retaining wall in? So I definitely want to get into that. Before I do, there's one thing I forgot to mention. These are called a point perspective design. I do a ton of these, and you'll find a ton of these on the channel. Also do a ton of 3D designs, which are the bad boys, the big, beautiful backyard renos, the big plans, all the kinds of things you would ever need for a big reno. If you are interested in seeing a lot of those just join my Facebook group. I put those on 2 or 3 a week, and that'll also give you a lot of ideas if you're considering doing the backyard and what that could really look like. Okay, let's get into this. What I want to talk about is really just this retaining wall. A lot of the times what you're going to see in a subdivision when there's a lot of DIYers or there's somebody who's just kind of putting something up is the retaining wall that hooks around and then it goes over and it comes along and it hits the driveway. The problem I have with that kind of retaining wall and addressing that kind of elevation is a lot of times they bring it up and up and up and up and up. All of a sudden you got this huge wall to get it to that level, so it's just one row, one cap going along, and it just looks huge and massive, and it looks out of place. I love something called the step up. What I mean by that is you can do the hook, but all of a sudden when you start to get to a point in the grade, step up to the next level and then bring it around, and then step up to the next level. And you might only have 3 steps versus one massive level retaining wall, which usually doesn't look very good. That is a great way to address elevation. If you don't want a retaining wall, what I like to do is flare out the sides and put in some boulders and some plantings. But sometimes when the houses are this close together, you gotta go with a retaining wall, which is what we did here. So that's the main thing I want to address here. Other than that, hiding the utilities is the second thing. Put a bunch of grasses over there to hide that, a nice tree, enlarge the bed, and make sure there was enough mower access in between the retaining wall and that bed so it's easy to cut the grass. Then of course we talked about the trash cans. We hid the trash cans on the other side of the garage, just making sure that everything is neat, clean, low maintenance. Put a bunch of plants in there and you call it a day. things, go check out this video right here. If you need some help, go in the links below. There's plenty down there. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out and create. Thank you, and I appreciate you being here. Consider subscribing. See you on the next one.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till